Hey everyone, this is Kitmaher
and Alex Parnicki.
We're here on the Best of Mass Barbecue, stop number 1, right outside of Newbury, Massachusetts in Byfield. So we're at the Rusty Can, and we've just taken a little bit of a tour of the kitchen, and we want to show you outside at the pit. So we're here, and we all know the best way to kind of judge a barbecue place is to check out the wood situation. And we can definitely see that they're using all wood barbecue here. So they use oak wood and a red oak wood as well. And Jim Sullivan, or Sully, the owner, he cooks and smokes all of the meat here, as well as one other person, Sean, who works on Tuesdays. But we're gonna check it out, and Alex is gonna maybe open it up for us and see.
Yeah, sure. So he's a little busy right now, so we had us guide through. So here they got a big pile of oak wood that they feed into here, and just to smoke everything, they have all the meat over here, and this big smoker that he calls Bruce Lee.
Yeah, so he calls this his Bruce Lee smoker. We got the clean fire over there. Really nice clean burn, makes a really great fire for smoking barbecue.
He says he exclusively uses oak wood and just wood, no charcoal, no heating elements. So a pure wood fire. And some stuff we'll lift up quick and look at what he's cooking here.
He said he's got lamb.
He has some lamb there. It looks really good. A nice slow smoke. We're not going to keep that open too long so that we can keep it going at the temperature it's supposed to be at. But yeah, so they come back here. This is where all the magic happens with all the meat. They put it in all here. He said he gets here at about 3 o'clock in the morning to cook the briskets early into, so that they can have them like at dinner time. So they said about 9 to 12 hours they cook each brisket, and that, you know, to get it perfect, it's difficult, and that about 75% of the briskets he makes are up to the quality that he really likes to have. But that, you know, it's a tough process. So that's what all this is about, and we can go around and into the restaurant in a minute where we can sample all the food. They have some ribs out for us, some pulled pork,
and brisket,
and they all look really good. So.
Yeah, this is just the back of the restaurant right here, kind of where what Alex just said, where the magic is happening. We got all the oak wood.
Pretty cool. You can see he chops it himself there. You got the axe stuck in the stump right there. So.
Yeah, it's really made by hand. You get that personal touch here at the Rusty Can. Well, let's take a step back so you can get the wide view. And Alex was mentioning how 75% of the briskets, he said, are the ones that he can use. The rest are...
The rest, he said, yeah, they're still good. It's just to get it to the level where he's really proud of it and thinks it's a great barbecue. He says only about 75% of them make it. As you can see, the convenience of them, they are basically out of work right outside a lumber yard here where they have a ton of wood. And a ton of wood here back out back, so you can see their wood situation is pretty good here. They got it all set up and ready to be fed into the smoker. So they can do hours and hours of smoking in the morning and get all the meat set up for the day.
Yeah. So there's actually a wood yard behind this restaurant, but not all the wood that they're using is from here. He said it's basically all the same kind of type of wood, which is oak, but pretty convenient to have it there, but he does get his oak wood somewhere else. And it's Pearson's wood yard.
Yep. So we're just going around quick back into the restaurant. And the meat looks really good. He said he doesn't like a lot of sauce. He uses mostly a rub of salt and pepper. With the ribs, he puts on some more spices, a rub with brown sugar as well. But that we think of the sauce as a condiment more than a vital piece of the dish.
Right. Sauce is your choice. We're just going to go.
Yeah, let's go this way.
We're a little trapped back here.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
We're going to have some barbecue in just a minute.
Yeah. And as far as sides, so we got a question about side dishes. He gave us mac and cheese and beans, which are some of his most popular. He's also got salad and cornbread, which is always the quintessential barbecue side.
If you're wondering why we were walking through the dirt here, it's because they were really busy in the back, and we didn't want to get inside and contaminate a lot of the meat. They were saying, you know, we'd rather kind of keep it back so that, so we didn't want to get in anyone's way. So we are just about there right now.
Yeah, we're near in the front of the restaurant. Up ahead is actually a food truck that Sully owns, and he said customers can look forward to having this food truck up and running soon.
Yeah, he said it's a work in progress. They just bought it and they're going to fix it up, and he said that that's something definitely soon to come that people can look forward to having their food on the go in a food truck that they can drive around and bring to you.
Yeah, there it is.
So that's pretty exciting.
So that will obviously change on the outside when Sully gets it up and running.
Right, here's...
All right, big reveal. Here is the rusty can. Want to take us inside, Alex?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we got a hot plate of food waiting for us with all different types of meats, side dishes. We're gonna tell you what we think.
Let's go.
All right, so very rustic in here.
I think this is food.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna just take a look at the bar area here. All different types of drinks.
So they're gonna have the food out in a minute.
Awesome.
So we can just show you around the restaurant a little bit. He said
Yeah.
that he bought this not too long ago, and he said that they didn't have to do too much because they pulled out the rug and they like the rustic look that it gives with the cement here and just fixing up some of the wood and putting the tables in, and it has this nice rustic feel that you would feel appropriate for a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah, he said before he even bought it, it already looked like
Yeah,
it's
it
a
already
barbecue
it
place.
already fit the bill, and so it's a great location.
is.
And here we go. Here's the food. Here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Here's your
Thank
you
you.
very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, we can. We'll talk to you a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Look at that. This looks awesome, and we can't wait to dig into it. So we'll get to it just in a
So
minute.
we've got the ribs here. You want to explain just a little over the top? You don't have to be on the video, just to say it for our viewers. They're looking at the meat.
Yeah, sliced brisket, and
Okay.
obviously pork ribs, St. Louis ribs, and pulled pork.
Cool. All right. And
Looks
we know
awesome.
that
We
the
got-
brisket comes with a salt and pepper rub, and then there's a special house-made rub for the ribs, dry rub, that's also used in the pulled pork with just a little bit more salt in the pulled pork.
And we got sides of mac and cheese and beans here.
Yep.
That look really good as well.
That
got some
Texas
cornbread,
style
of
of a
course.
plate with the white bread, cornbread.
Yep.
Said he usually likes to eat it with the white bread, pickles, onions, and then you add the meat as
Basically,
well.
yeah, Texas style way to eat the meat with putting it in a sandwich with pickles and onions. So we can try that as well.
So we'll have to
Yeah, we
move
can
this
get
back a
started
little
here.
bit. We might flip the camera and see us enjoy this delicious meat.
We can watch ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Bear with us there.
All right, here we
We're
go.
just getting things organized.
Push back now.
Yes. So for Bob, who just gave us a comment, it is a Texas style of dish, but you can get anything that you like. They also say that the sandwiches are really popular here. The brisket bomb is something they serve at lunch, and that includes cheese, peppers, onions, and mushrooms, as well as like pepperoni. And you can get that with their brisket that they use from the night before. All right, so
Yeah,
grabs. They keep all their utensils at the end of the tables here. It's really kind of family style
Yeah,
restaurant.
it's convenient.
What should we try first?
All right, so let's try the brisket. Looks like it's calling my name.
Yeah,
So
okay.
let's get some of that first here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
All right.
Looks
So I got a
really
nice
tender.
piece of the brisket here with the bit of that bark there. So brisket is notoriously the most difficult meat to smoke because it has thick and thin elements. It's got a thick side and a thin side, and it's a lot of finicky moves you have to do to get the barbecue right. And if you
Yeah.
can explain again what he said about the percentages of brisket, I think it'd be
Yeah,
really
he
valuable.
said about 75% of the briskets that they smoke get to the quality which he would like to see in a brisket, which it's just, they're notoriously difficult, as Kit said, to cook, so to smoke. And so he said, you know, about 3 out of 4 come out the way that he would really like them to be. And it's just really difficult, but the ones that don't are still really good. And I don't think they really throw out any of them, but only 75% come out that really the way that they want them smoked. As you can see, this one has a nice pink to it too, that they have a smoke ring that you can see in the meat when it's smoked well, that you get that pink ring right after that, the nice bark that's on here. So this looks like it's smoked really well, and it looks awesome, so I'm gonna try it out.
Have a taste. I already had a chance to bite a couple. what I like about the meat here, it really lets the flavors of the meat shine. It's not too smoky. There's a really nice balance between the taste of the meat, and then it's not overpowered by sauce or any one thing being like that the rub is too spicy. It's just a very simple salt and pepper rub, so the meat flavor can really shine. Like
no sauce on the brisket, and you can taste it. Like you said, the salt and pepper are all that's on there. It's not overpowering the meat, so you could taste, like the melted fat. There's these nice little fat pockets on all
the edges.
Yeah, on the edges and the outside, and veins throughout the meat, and it's really good. It's tender and juicy. It's not overcooked. It's not dried out at all. So it's really good. It has a nice smoke to it, but it's not overpowering or overwhelming where it's, you might be put off by it if you're not crazy about smoked food.
Right, I don't taste like too, I don't taste the wood.
Too smoky at all. It's really good.
Smoky smell.
I'll take one more bite of that.
Yeah, you can't take one bite just for that. So, while Axe has finished up his brisket, I'll show you the ribs. So you can see there's like almost a half an inch or an entire inch, at least on the end of this rib, before you get to the bone. So some people might think that bones, it should be falling off the bone for ribs, but really the best tasting rib has the meat, lots of meat on it.
Yeah,
a really dense rib.
Tender, but not literally falling off the bone. You want it so that it's very easily detachable when you're chewing on it.
And the bone will be like clean when you're done with it. Yeah.
And this
I'm gonna make
is
sure
exactly
you're
what it looks like.
on this video. So I feel like your head is getting cuffed off. There he is. There's Alex. All right. So I'm gonna grab some sauce because I think that will be really good. They make their own sauce in house here, and it's just on the end of the tables. So
ribs are my favorite, so
I'm
looking forward to this.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Make it at first without. Cheers. Without the sauce, and then I'll get some sauce on it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's really good.
This one you could taste the spices a little more on the rub. There's a little bit of spice to it.
It's very hard to eat these cleanly, so
we're
gonna get.
I mean, it's barbecue, so you're not supposed to, right? So, but it's really good. You could definitely taste the rub on there and the smoke, but still, you get the meat. You could still taste it too.
What I liked about this rub in particular was that it wasn't too spicy to start, but it gave you a little bit of a heat.
There was definitely a little bit of heat.
A little bit after you take that first bite, so you taste it a little bit later.
Yeah, you definitely get a little bit of heat, but it's not too much. It's perfect.
It's really nice tender meat. Got that pinkness that Alex mentioned from smoking the meat, and really delicious. It's hard not to go back for more, but we still have lots of places to see today.
And we still got more on our plate here. We got the pulled pork that we can try out. And this one, you said they do use a little bit of sauce on here to begin with. Basically a mixture of hot sauce and barbecue sauce that's really thin. So, and
salty, really good.
And so, it's not too much it's not like poured on, you can't even see it, but it's just enough to coat the meat.
Yeah. And then you're in charge of your own sauce here, so if you want to just douse it in sauce, that's up to you, but that's kind of the best way to have it.
When you think of pulled pork, and if you're not really familiar with good barbecue, and you think pulled pork sandwiches, and you think of, the pulled pork soaked in barbecue sauce, and that's not really how really good barbecue does it. They have it pretty much dry without any sauce, and you could add some as you go. And so this is really good by itself, but you can add sauce if you want to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. What I like about this pulled pork, it's not stringy. Sometimes you get it where it's not thick, but very thick flavor of meat. You're getting a lot too.
I'm gonna add a little bit of sauce in the corner so that we can try it with
go for it. I'm gonna try a bite of that cornbread.
Yeah, I love cornbread too. So.
And the sides we gotta try too.
Yeah, the sides look really good.
I like a dry cornbread. That's good.
And the sauce is really good with the pulled pork also. Fill out the cornbread a little bit. Put some butter here.
Yeah, that cornbread's really great. Not
I'll give another
either.
quick look over the plate.
Yeah,
people just joining us, that you can see that we got.
I'll take it for you. We'll flip the camera.
We got the brisket here, really tender and juicy brisket. You can see it glistening in the light. We got the ribs. They're thick ribs. They're nice and smoked and pink. With the pulled pork, it's really juicy. Has a little bit of sauce, but
it's very light.
Yeah, it's really good.
And these delicious sides. I just had a bite of the mac and cheese. It's really creamy.
Yeah,
and they actually use those
shell noodles with mac and cheese. That's really, like you said, creamy and good. and beans as well here, which I haven't tried yet, but look delicious.
Yeah.
And he provided the white bread and the onions and pickles for making sandwiches out of the brisket, which is really popular as well. So, and that's the Texas style. So he's big on Texas style barbecue here, Sully, and he said that's the only like real good barbecue he's had.
Has been in
America.
Texas.
Yeah, has been in Texas, and so that's how he cooks his food. So we'll finish up here,
Yeah, I think
trying it
we
out.
can
with
sign
the
off
sides and-
as
yeah.
we can finish up our judging here. So our next place will be on in a couple hours. So thanks
Yep.
again, everyone, for tuning in.
See you guys.